Hello and welcome to What's Next Weekly, Premier NX's weekly podcast for forward-thinking leaders who aren't just keeping up with change, they're defining what comes next.
I'm Sophia Grant.
And I'm Alex Reed. Each week we break down the biggest challenges and opportunities in business growth, digital transformation, and AI, giving you the insights you need to lead with confidence.
In today's episode, we're tackling a question that trips up even the most ambitious mid-market organizations. Why IT outsourcing fails without an operating model. We'll explore why adding more resources doesn't fix broken workflows, what an IT operating model actually looks like in practice, and how to measure success by business impact, not just SLAs.
Let's get started.
So to kick things off, our main mission for this deep dive is to really unpack the actual mechanics of technology governance.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we want to understand the architecture of how successful teams integrate external help without, accidentally handing over their strategic steering wheel.
Right. I mean, you probably know the exact feeling we're talking about here. When your IT systems just start flashing red.
Oh, totally.
Project backlogs are growing, ticket volumes surge out of nowhere.
And your internal teams are just stretched completely thin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the immediate reflex is usually, well, let's just hire an outsourced team to absorb the overflow, right?
Which is that classic capacity illusion.
Yep.
Mid-market leaders see these fragmented workflows and they just assume, oh, we have a volume problem.
Right. But outsourcing really only improves execution.
Exactly. It doesn't fix the underlying operational blueprint at all. Handing a chaotic process to an external team just means the chaos happens faster.
It's so true. It's literally like throwing premium fuel into an engine where the timing belt is completely snapped.
Right.
The fuel isn't the problem. The different parts of the engine simply don't know when to fire. So adding more people won't fix a lack of accountability.
No, not at all. You actually have to build the engine first.
Right. By answering those 5 critical operating questions before you try to scale. Like, who owns decisions? What stays internal?
And what gets outsourced? Plus, how is performance measured? And how do these IT outcomes actually support your business goals?
Yeah, so let's look at the mechanics of those first 2 questions, because I think that is where the most friction happens.
Oh, definitely. Organizations have to separate daily task execution from their business-critical choices.
Right.
Like routine maintenance, that belongs to the external provider, but things like security exceptions, change approvals, architectural shifts, those must stay internal.
Well, wait. I'll push back on that a bit.
Okay.
If you're paying top dollar for an outsourcing provider, shouldn't you leverage their expertise to make those heavy technical decisions? I mean, keeping change approvals internal just sounds like a huge bottleneck.
It does sound like one, until you look at how risk is actually managed.
Okay, how so?
Because an external team is inherently incentivized to optimize for task speed and SLA compliance, not your company's unique risk tolerance.
That makes perfect sense.
Right. If you outsource the decision of which security vulnerabilities to accept or, how your core data architecture should pivot, you lose strategic control of your own company.
Wow, yeah. You basically turn governance into task execution.
Exactly. You just can't outsource your own compass.
That is a great way to put it. And honestly, the fatigue of managing all that manual governance is usually the exact moment leaders get tempted by automation.
Oh, absolutely.
They sit there and think, well, let's just deploy AI to govern these workflows and clean up the mess.
Which is basically a recipe for creating new problems at lightning speed.
Right, because AI amplifies your existing operational maturity. It doesn't replace it.
Exactly. Deploying AI over a broken workflow just scales the dysfunction. What you really want to target is human-in-the-loop AI.
Right.
That's where automation handles all the repetitive triage, but humans retain the actual oversight and judgment.
And this is exactly where a structured framework becomes totally non-negotiable, like the Premier Prime framework.
Yes. Plan, recommend, implement, manage, and enhance.
Right. It's not just a checklist. It's an actual mechanical feedback loop. So in the plan and recommend phases, your internal team draws the architectural boundaries.
They define the business logic right up front.
Exactly. That way, when you hit the implement phase, the outsourced team is executing within a strictly fenced yard.
And because those boundaries are firmly set, the manage and enhance stages shift your entire definition of success.
Right.
You stop looking at operational metrics like time to close a ticket, and you start measuring actual business outcomes.
Because a closed ticket means nothing if the business is moving forward.
Right. Success looks like faster employee onboarding, reduced system downtime, and measurable revenue protection.
It really all ties back to building that engine correctly. So before we wrap up, here's a thought for you to mull over.
Yeah.
If your entire outsourced IT team disappeared tomorrow, would you actually know how your core systems run? Or have you accidentally outsourced your own company's institutional knowledge? Definitely something to think about.
For sure.
And that brings us to the end of our discussion on why IT outsourcing fails without an operating model. We hope this gives you a clearer framework for building technology ownership, governance, and business alignment before you scale.
Absolutely. If today's episode resonated with you, please subscribe to What's Next Weekly on YouTube so you never miss a conversation. Leaving a like or comment helps us connect with more leaders like you.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your biggest takeaway from today? Are you seeing the warning signs, backlogs, stretched teams, lost visibility in your own organization? Share with us on LinkedIn by tagging PremierNX and using the hashtag What's Next Weekly.
For more insights and to catch up on past episodes, head over to our YouTube channel.
A quick note, this podcast episode is based on articles and industry insights and was produced with the support of Google AI services.
Join us next week on What's Next Weekly, PremierNX's weekly podcast, where we'll continue exploring how to turn today's operational challenges into tomorrow's growth opportunities.
Until then, keep building what's next.